welcome to Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Jaguars will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. A quick pass to the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back on the option to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Shakes off the defender.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Jaguars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turnover.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Owens. Still on his feet at the 45. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Try and play action. Caught behind the line. It's Owens. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Wants to throw. It's Jenkins. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Jaguars can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Quarterback adapting. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. Bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Jenkins. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, FIU. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Jaguars in the hurry up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the 1st half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that.
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick 6. He'll have to settle for opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He might want another play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle, it's Jenkins. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Fires to the middle. On target to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Jaguars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to scramble. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Under fire. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Unloads it left. Hauls it in.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Gibbs. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, better look out. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. Listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The give. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International. Number 5. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
21, South Alabama, 0.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Coming out with it, it's Phillips. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. Open spaces. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver, who catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. On the move, it's Owens. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Quick catch on third down. Breaks into the open. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Panthers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now adjusting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Off and running. At the 30. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Alabama.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your...
There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He's got it. First down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well?
Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Makes the catch. It's Moss. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Pressure coming. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona
for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Manning. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. To the air, it's Levitt. Looking to scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Caught over the middle. It's Moss. Turning it up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it behind the line. It's Hardy. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
a shot as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Fourth down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Sets up the screen. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Starting to feel a little pressure. He breaks into the open. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Arizona State.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. The 50, the 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. The ball goes out of bounds through the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a turnover for this offense. And the Sun Devils have a chance to make that turnover pay off as they come to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Levitt. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway.